Hi, folks. Richard Fontenay here. Yep, it's me without the beard. Well, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Scaling Up Success podcast. Now, I'm absolutely stoked that you're joining me today, and this is our 9th episode for this series. And unfortunately, it's the last one of the series. I'm hoping it'll be a game changer for you. And today we're diving deep into the topic that might seem a bit intimidating at first, but fear not. We're unraveling the mysteries of financial planning and resource allocation for your online business. And believe me, it's not rocket science. And it's a key ingredient in taking your business to the next level. So let's get on with it. Now let's set the stage before we dive into the nitty-gritty. Just to be clear, I'm not to dazzle you with complex accounting jargon or baffling balance sheets. Instead, I bring you a treasure trove of insights from over 4 decades of business know-how. Picture this, a journey that spanned from a small, cozy corner stores to large and mighty corporate giants. I've seen it all. All right, let's just jump right into the meaty stuff now. In today's episode, I've got 3 considerations to fuel your growth. 1, assessing your financial requirements for scaling up. Number 2, identifying potential funding sources. And 3, allocating your resources for strategic growth. Now, consideration number 1, assessing your financial requirements for scaling up. So let's lay that foundation. Scaling up an online business is like building a skyscraper. You need a rock solid plan. And first things first, it's time for a deep dive into your financial requirements. And so break out your calculator and let's get started. The first thing is a cost analysis. Now imagine you're crafting a culinary masterpiece. And in this case, though, your recipe includes not just the ingredients, but also the kitchen, the chef's salary, and the serving platters. Similarly, setting up and scaling up involves costs beyond the product itself. Think marketing, technology upgrades, hiring and training, and the legal stuff that you might need. Secondly, what about revenue projections? Well, that's a bit like gazing into a crystal ball, but with data. Project your future revenue by combining your market research with past performance. And how many new customers can you reel in as, for example? What's your average order size? Crunch the numbers and see what the future holds. Then there's cash flow. Now think of cash flow as your financial heartbeat. It needs to be steady and strong. Design a strategy to manage your cash flow, ensuring you don't run into financial speed bumps. Plot when money comes in and when it goes out. It's like choreographing a dance between expenses and income. You can use an Excel sheet as an example to do this. And don't forget financial metrics. Imagine you're the captain of a ship. You need to read the weather, navigate carefully, and make course corrections if necessary. The same applies to your business. Keep a close eye on your metrics like profits, expenses, return on investments, and so on. These numbers will guide your decisions in the future. Now let's turn to uncovering the secrets of identifying potential sources of income or funding. So picture this. You've got your business dream all mapped out, but it's like embarking on a cross-country road trip without a full tank of gas. Scaling up often requires more financial muscle than your current cash flow can provide. So where do you get the fuel? Let's explore that. The first is bootstrapping. Well, think of bootstrapping as the do-it-yourself approach to funding. You use your savings, personal investments, or even your existing cash flow to fuel your expansion. It's like planting seeds from your garden. And you've got control. But growth might take a little bit longer. And this is where you want to be within your business. You really want to be able to bootstrap your cash flow. And then there's external financing. Imagine knocking on the bank's door while wearing your best business suit and really looking for some funds. Well, external financing means tapping into loans, credit lines, or equipment, and financing from different financial institutions. Think of it as borrowing a bit of oomph to supercharge your growth. Just make sure to present a solid business plan and some critical and clear financial projections. From time to time, I had to tap into this financial financing option. Banks are tricky, though, as they often ask for collateral to back up their investment. Your inventory doesn't necessarily cut it, but other collaterals, such as a building that you may own, your house, or some of your material possessions, may serve as collateral. Now, there's also venture capital or angel investors. Now, this is like getting a financial superhero to join your team. Venture capitalists and angel investors are like the fairy godparents of the business world. They sprinkle money and wisdom on promising startups. And to get them on board, though, you really need a compelling pitch and one that paints a bright future for your returns. Another way is crowdfunding. Now, have you ever heard of a digital hat being passed around for contributions? Well, that's crowdfunding for you. Launch a campaign on platforms like Kickstarter or Indiegogo and let the crowd fund your dreams. It's like rallying a community behind your vision, and is perfect for business with a strong online presence. There's also strategic partnerships. Imagine two puzzle pieces that fit together perfectly. Well, that's what strategic partnerships are. A match made in business heaven. Partner up with companies or investors who not only bring money to the table, but also industry experts and the expertise that they have, so that you can access to new markets and they also bring new markets for you. It's like joining forces for mutual growth. Now let's move on to the third consideration: unleashing the magic of strategic resource allocation in order to skyrocket your online business growth. Imagine you're a conductor leading a symphony orchestra, and every instrument needs to play its part in harmony to create a masterpiece. Well, similarly, when scaling your online business, every resource that you have needs to be allocated strategically so that you can maximize their impact. Now, let's uncover those strategies. The first is prioritization. Now, picture a buffet with a bit of everything, but you have limited stomach space. Most of us have limited stomach space. Prioritization is like choosing the dishes that'll satisfy your hunger the most. Identify the areas that promise the biggest impact on growth, like marketing, technology, customer support, and hiring. And focus your resources on those items. Another strategy is to invest in technology. Now, think of technology as the engine propelling your business forward. Allocate resources to upgrade your technological infrastructure, like robust hosting, scalable software, and automation tools that handle increased traffic and customer interactions. It's like ensuring your car is ready for a race before hitting the track. Another strategy is talent acquisition and development. So imagine building a superhero team. You want skilled individuals who can work their magic, allocate resources to hire top-notch talent, and invest in training and development. It's like nurturing your heroes so that they can conquer challenges and boost your growth. And there is marketing and advertising. Now imagine a spotlight on your business casting a dazzling glow. Well, marketing and advertising are your spotlight. Allocate resources for targeted campaigns, digital ads, and customer acquisition. With data analytics and automation, you'll be able to optimize your efforts for maximum impact. And don't forget operational efficiency. Imagine a well-oiled machine running smoothly and efficiently. Well, that's what operational efficiency does for your business. Allocate resources to streamline processes using tools like inventory management systems and automation. It's like transforming your business into a finely tuned engine. And consider monitoring and adjusting. Now, think of this as checking your navigation systems while driving. Continuously monitor your resource allocation strategies and adjust as needed. Keep tabs on your return on investment and make those opportunities for different initiatives, and shift your resources towards the ones driving the most growth. Risk management is another strategy you need to employ. Imagine building a fortress to protect your castle. Risk management is your fortress against potential pitfalls. Allocate resources for things such as cybersecurity, insurance, and compliance for new changes in regulations. It's like ensuring your business is shielded from unexpected storms. Now, you may also need scalable infrastructure. So imagine you're laying train tracks for an expanding railway. Your infrastructure needs to handle more traffic. Allocate resources for scalable cloud solutions, data storage, and network upgrades. It's like building wider tracks to accommodate your growing business. And don't forget the all-important aspect of financial controls. Think of this as your financial compass guiding your journey. Establish controls to track expenses that will ensure that you're going to be on track. Manage your budgets and ensure efficient allocation. Regularly reviewing reports and adjusting your financial controls is really an important element, and you need them to stay on track. Now, my last point here is the need for flexibility and adaptability. So imagine you're a skilled dancer adapting to the music rhythm. Now, as your business grows, you need to adapt, stay flexible, and adjust your resources accordingly. What you really are looking towards here is ensuring that you're able to match the changing conditions that are occurring in your environment. It's like changing your dance moves to stay in sync. So remember, folks, it's not just about having resources. It's about allocating them wisely and making sure that you're a chess player, and like a grand chess game where each move leads you closer to the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today on this ride through the intricacies of financial planning and resource allocation. It's been an absolute pleasure to share this voyage with you. And as we conclude this episode of the Scaling Up Success podcast, let's take a moment to reflect on the wealth, pardon the pun, of insights we've just uncovered. From assessing your financial requirements to identifying potential funding sources and strategically allocating resources for growth, we've traveled the landscape of business expansion with a spotlight on practicality and clarity. Remember, it's not about cracking complicated formulas or decoding obscure financial jargon. It's about applying sound principles to your unique journey. So imagine your business as a canvas, waiting for your artistry to unfold. Each brush stroke of resource allocation shapes the masterpiece that you're crafting. Whether it's choosing the right hues of marketing strategies, the bold strokes of technology investment, or the intricate details of talent acquisition, every decision you make impacts your business growth trajectory. And just as a ship needs a skilled captain to navigate the rough waters, your business requires thoughtful financial planning to steer through the challenges and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. Whether you're bootstrapping your way to success, securing funding from investors who believe in your vision, or forging strategic partnerships that propel your growth, the road to success is always paved with the ability to strategically think about where it is that you're going and how you're applying your resources. Now, as you embark on this journey of business upscaling, remember that financial planning and resource allocation are your guiding stars. They provide the map to navigate the vast sea of possibilities. and ensure that your business growth remains not only sustainable, but exhilarating for you. So folks, as we wrap up this episode, let's carry forward the wisdom we've gathered today, and let's be the conductor of your business, or make sure that you are the conductor of your business, harmonizing your financial goals with strategic decisions. Remember that each allocation, each investment, and each calculated step you take is a testament to your dedication to scaling up your online business. So thank you for joining us again today on the Scaling Up Success podcast. Keep dreaming big, keep embracing challenges, and keep allocating resources strategically as you carve your path to triumphant growth. Now, until we meet again next week, when we'll start a new series on developing the leader within you, stay inspired, stay innovative, and keep scaling up. Oh, and one more thing before I go. Please consider subscribing to this channel, and thank you for doing so.